Yeah, I travelled from Bangkok on a 12-hour first class train. It was $54, would have been $30 American, to northern Thailand, to the second largest city. It's not 20 million like Bangkok, it's got 1 million people. And I went up there because I wanted to go and see what was called the International Asian Flower Festival. There's a couple of things I wanted to do there. And I went and watched this festival, which was absolutely spectacular. They had things like elephants and giraffes and huge Buddhas, and it was all made out of flowers. Thailand, the people are so artistic. Everywhere you go, there's fish, art, and colour. I just love it. Christmas decorations, they don't take them down. You leave them up all year round, they look good. It's that sort of place. Right? And everyone is responsible. It's not full of laws and. You're responsible for your own actions. They believe in Buddhism, karma and things like that. They have a very different way of life. Very, very different idea. Every man has to become a monk for 2 years to calm him down for marriage, as they call it. So they go into the monastery. Monastery's not an easy life, believe me. But the funny thing is, you see monks that have been in there for years, and they're sitting down with iPhones, smoking cigarettes, feeding them, right? And I went into this temple early in the morning, and I'm walking across the courtyard. And next thing, these big geese come flying across, right, at me. And then I realised they had muzzles on, right, like leather muzzles on. And this priest come out, and I said, "Good morning," and he spoke English and that, and he says, "Security, security." So at night, because they got gold objects in there and things like that. So at night they take the muzzles off, and the geese guard the temple. That's a true story. And sorry, I got thunder in the background. And I saw the festival, and then I went and I went to I want to say there's a silk factory, right? And it had been in operation for 500 years, and they actually had all the original pots that were all that age, big clay pots with all the dyes boiling, and they had these huge silkworms, and you could see the whole production. Silk's not cheap, believe me, even over there. I bought some silk slippers, but in the end they rotted out because they caught. And anyway, that was something very interesting I went and saw. And up on the mountain, there's this huge golden Buddha, right? So I hired a tuk-tuk driver and went up this track to this mountain to see this temple. But what really intrigued me when I got to the top was an ancient jade museum, right? And different than us, like in the West, you walk in the front of the shop and the workshop's out the back. Over there, you go into the workshop first, and then the selling shop's out the back. So you can see the artisans. Some of the things they were making was 18 months of constant work. And they were just works of art. And there's special jade they have over there, a really dark green jade, and that's jade of royalty. Because in Thailand, the royals are everything. Like really, really everything. I had a note and it got torn through the king's head, and I couldn't use it anywhere. I still own it to this day. I could never cash it in. It's bad karma. No one would even want to look at it. No. Right, it's about 40 Australian dollars. So I could take it and cash it in here. I kept it as a memento in the end. But so I looked through this place, and I bought a piece of jade that was really nice, but it got lost. Anyway. It was a purple piece of jade. But anyway, he had a jade museum there. So I'm looking through all these ancient jade objects, and I come across this jade glass, and it's a chip on one side, and guess what? It's got a grey alien. It's clear as day carved on it. And the actual museum owner in English had there on the sign, the grey alien, right? So yeah, that's the jade factory. And then you go up to the top and you walk around this beautiful temple, and they have these things like cone shaped. They're called stupas, and each stupa has a famous Buddhist monk's ashes in it, and there's just dozens of them everywhere. I also went to a place that's very famous with an ancient temple, but it has a photograph of this large photograph of this very famous spiritual Buddha. And everywhere you walk, its eyes follow you. It's a famous place. It's the most freakiest thing you could ever see. You walk over to the right, the eyes go over to the right. You know, like the old movies where they'd have the painting and people would look, you know, through. It was like that. I walked right around it, and as I come back around, like they had a Buddhist statue there, I come back around to the eyes again. That's a true place.